going to start the good hip flexor stretch to start with us today. So let's just hook that right foot underneath the chair, opening up the hip flexor. So right hip flexor stretch here, right foot underneath the chair, and just gradually lean back, holding the stretch here. Feel that stretch in that back hip flexor, hip pocket area. And slowly lean forward, bringing that foot up, tucking that left foot underneath, sitting nice and tall, leaning back again, left foot tucked under that chair, holding it here, feeling that stretch in that left hip pocket area or down that thigh. It could be anywhere in that region. This muscle stretches from the top of the knee up into that hip. So you may just feel it centrally located at the top, or you may feel it all the way down. And slowly back up, nice and easy. Bring that foot forward again. Now we're gonna bring both legs nice and wide. We're gonna stretch out those adductors, the middle of the legs here. So when we do those outside kicks, we can get bigger range of motion with them. Place those hands on the inside of the thighs. Press against that thigh to open up those inside muscles, those adductor muscles, groin muscles. Sitting nice and tall here, holding it here. Relax those arms, walk the legs back in. One more stretch before we get to some good strengthening exercises. Once you go and put your left hand on the side of your chair. This is just so we have some stability on the stretch. So left hand on the chair, right arm up. And now we're gonna lean and reach to the left side. So we have that hand there just in case we need a little extra stability. Reaching across the body, feeling that stretch in the ribs, down the obliques on that right side. Just doing these stretches to open up some tighter muscles so when we do our posture exercises we can get better range of motion. And slowly, gently switching sides. Bring that right hand to the right side of the chair, holding on. Left arm up, reaching back and across. Feel that stretch near those ribs, obliques. Another big muscle here called your latissimus dorsi, stretching that one out as well. Center. Roll out those shoulders. Ease yourself up a little bit. We're going to do those stand-ups next. So sit anywhere between kind of the middle of the chair or to the edge of the chair. And I wanted you to get your heels right below those knees and legs hip width apart. Three things I want to focus on is when you stand up, push through that whole foot. Also, as you stand up, I want you to pay attention to your knees to make sure they don't do this rounding in motion. I want you to stand up with those knees pushed out to engage those lesser gluteals, minimus and medius here, but push those knees out and then push the hips forward as that third step. So go ahead and get ready here. Shoulders back, good posture. Exhaling, standing up. Keeping those knees wide, push the hips all the way forward. And then slowly back down. Good. Making sure that chair is back there. Exhale up. Slowly back down. And up. Keeping those knees wide, tight stomach, good. Slowly down. And up. 4 more. Remember, you can take breaks if you need to. Slowly down. Weight on those heels as you go down. All the way up. Pushing through that whole foot, hips all the way through, knees wide. Back down. 2 more. Go. Back down. Last one. Excellent job. Resting all the way down. Giving those legs a break. We're going to do those abdominal work next. So on this one, to make it easier, you just scoot back in the chair. The farther you scoot forward, the harder it gets. I'm going to turn sideways to demonstrate a little better. But I want to sit nice and tall, shoulders back, stomach tight. Inhale as we recline. Exhale forward, keeping that stomach tight. Exhale forward. Two more. And all the way up. Resting that stomach here. Just going to go back into our stand-ups. So scooting either to the middle or the edge of that chair. Heels right underneath the knees. Legs hip width apart. As you stand up, knees wide, press the hips forward and push through the whole foot. So go together, exhale up. Hips all the way through, good. Inhale, back down. Exhale up. Good. Inhale down. And up. Very good. Try to do 4 more here. Remember, take breaks if you need to, but push through that whole foot. Push those hips forward, keeping those knees wide. Good. One more. Good. All the way down. Resting those legs, we're going to do those abdominal crunches again. So sitting nice and tall. Just going to turn my chair around just to demonstrate again. Okay, nice and tall. Shoulders back, stomach tight. Inhale as we recline backwards. Exhale, tight stomach, flat back, coming forward. Exhale forward. So on these, if you feel yourself crunching forward, that means you're too far forward in your chair, because I want you to be able to maintain a flat back the whole time. So if you feel like you have to crunch to pull yourself up, I want you to scoot back a little bit more so you take less pressure on that stomach. And when I say that, I'm not addressing anyone in particular. I promise. Just part of my script, I say. Make sure I cover all the bases each time. Good. All the way up here. Turn myself back around. We're going to stand up and walk right behind our chair. So we're going to take a stand up, head behind the chair. So I want you standing close to the chair on this one. This is still in a warm-up mode. It's going to be nice and easy. I'm going to head in front of the chair for just a second. So as you're behind it, I want those fingertips on the chair just in case. And I want your legs about hip-width apart. And all I want you to do right now is try to stand tall. And I forgot one thing. I want to do our stomach tightness drill real fast. So place your hands right below those ribs. And on the count of 3, we're going to cough together. And as we do that, I want you to focus on the feeling that that stomach creates as we cough. So, and in the rest of class, when I say tighten the stomach, that's the feeling I want you to reflect back on, recreate each time. So on the count of 3, we will all cough together. 1, 2, 3. Good. We've had practice. Very good. So that stomach tightness, I want you to try to recreate every time I tell you to tighten your stomach. And we'll do it on this exercise, so keep your stomach tight. Bring your legs out a little wide. And I just want you to focus on shifting your weight back and forth. Nice and easy. Yeah, just keeping that stomach. Just try to start thinking about if maybe one side feels a little easier to maintain your weight on than the other side. Because we're going to advance this in a second as well. Just nice and easy, tight stomach, shoulders back, good posture. And then as we keep going, we're going to lift one heel up at a time. We'll create a little more instability, keeping the toe down, lifting the heel up. Just like that. And if you're still feeling comfortable, I want you to shift all the body weight over, pick that foot up off the ground a little bit, and then shift to the other side. There you go, good. Still focusing on keeping your stomach tight, good. Just transitioning into that single leg balance act with momentum. Excellent. Just a little hip warm up, good stomach control here. All right. So firmly bring those feet on the ground. We're going to bring the lily pad out from underneath the chair. Turn sideways again. Let's go ahead and bring that nice and vertically behind the left leg of your chair. And this one too, I mentioned before, you don't have to use the lily pad. It's just to help create a little more instability. So if you feel like it's too much pressure on your hips once we start our knees, you can always bring that back under and avoid it. Just makes it a little harder, but also a lot more, can create a lot more strain on the hips once we start going. So it's optional. But if you're using it, make sure that full foot is on the lily pad. And we're standing nice and tall, good posture, shoulders back, tight stomach. And we're just going to do our abduction, bring the leg to the outside, slowly back in, and then kick it straight back. Good. And just repeat here. Stomach tight, shoulders back. Your goal is to try to move just the legs here. Just that leg is moving. And then with that foot that stays on the ground, have a little bend in that knee. The leg that's on the ground, that foot that's on the ground, just have a little bitty bend to that knee. Go ahead and shift sides, so switch sides of the lily pad. Bring it behind the opposite leg of the chair. I'm just going to turn myself around. But before we do that other side, do a little hip wiggle first. Keep those hips loose, little hip wiggle. And we won't do that exercise quite yet. Just want to get it set up. Go ahead and grab your band right now. We're just going to go palms up here. So shoulders back, pin the elbows in, arms are at 90 degrees. Palms up here, good posture. Exhale, open, rotating those arms open. Inhale, close. So just exhale, rotate arms. Inhale and close. Good. Just think about squeezing those shoulder blades together as you do this. Probably starting to get a little tired. It's appropriate though, they're just fatiguing. Let's go one more. And relax. Place that band on the back of the chair. Shake out those shoulders. Starting to get a little tired. Now we're just going to step up on that lily pad, swinging that opposite leg now to even ourselves out. Make sure that foot is firmly on there. No part of your shoes dipping off. Nice and tall. Shoulders back, stomach tight. Moving that leg to the outside. Slowly back in. And kicking it straight back. And relax down, both feet firmly on the ground. Give those hips a little shake. Probably start getting a little fatigued, a little tight while we did that. We'll give the hips a break again while we do the next one. So just grabbing that band again. We're going to do those external rotations we just got through doing. Standing nice and tall in our chair. Standing nice and tall, palms up, elbows in, arms at 90 degrees. Shoulders pulled back, good posture here. Exhale, open. Inhale and close. Two more. And relax, roll out those shoulders. Placing that band down again. Okay, so let's head to the right side of our chair. Hips in line with the back side of the chair. That way we can have a hand firmly on it just in case we need it. We're just going to start with some balance drills. So our tandem stand. So I want you to bring the right foot in front of the left, getting on our high wire here. Shoulders back, tight stomach. We're just going to balance here. So try to find something in the room that you can focus on that's not moving. Just balancing here, focusing on your slow, controlled breaths in and out. Go ahead and grab that band again. Give those legs a little break. We're just gonna do our sword draws next here. Work on your scapular depression, our lower trapezius. I want you to trap that left hand to your left hip pocket and the right hand on the outside. So as we do this one, left hand stays firmly on the left hip pocket, right arm is gonna stay straight, and then bring it up and back. And then slowly back in. Up and back here. Slowly in. And relax. Place that band on the back of the chair. Roll out those shoulders because I bet they're feeling pretty good after that one. And let's head to the opposite side of the chair now. I'm going to repeat those exercises, but on the opposite sides, so we don't leave here lopsided. So switching sides, bring that opposite foot in front now. Back on that tightrope. Standing nice and tall, shoulders back, tighten that stomach. Help control the balance here. And find your focal point that's not moving. Just concentrate on your slow, deep breaths. And unwind those legs. Bring both feet firmly on the ground. Grab that band again. I want to even out those sword draws. So this time, we're going to stick that right hand to our right hip pocket. Left arm is going to go out this time. Left arm stays straight. But standing nice and tall, shoulders back to start, tight stomach. Up and out. Bring it back. Pulling that sword out of its holster. In the lower trapezius here, that scapular depression. It's that muscle that brings our shoulders down and back naturally. So try to strengthen that muscle to keep those shoulders in proper placement. Let's go one more. And relax. Place that band on the back of the chair. Roll out those shoulders because I bet they're feeling wonderful. We're going to keep our step count moving and head to that back to the opposite side of the chair. So we're going to go back to the tandems again. I'm just going to show you it with one level of difficulty if you would like to do it there. But still keeping those hips even with the back side of the chair. Bring the right foot in front, back on our tightrope, high wire. And get yourself situated with good posture here, shoulders back, tight stomach. And either you can do the regular stand we did the first time, finding that focal point, try to stay here. If you want that challenge though, keeping that stomach tight, just gonna lean to the outside like you're picking something off the ground as far as comfortable, and then slowly back to center. So if you're doing these side dips, once you get here, really focusing on using the stomach, tighten the stomach to bring yourself back to center. using that oblique to pull yourself back up. That oblique is that muscle right below the ribs. Two different ones, internal and external. Strengthening these helps our upper body stay sturdy. If we were to ever kind of stub our toe or catch our foot in the carpet, this is the muscle that would prevent us from wobbling around. It'll keep us nice and sturdy up here. And relax, unwind those feet, give those hips a little shake. We're gonna grab the band next again. This time with our band, we're gonna put it behind the back. So behind the back, with your palms facing away from you, and just grab that band as wide as comfortable. And I don't want you to pull on it, I just want there to be enough tension to straighten that band out. Now adjust the arm moving, standing tall, just bringing both arms up. Slowly down. Still working on our scapular depression here. Just like that. Excellent. Couple more. And relax. Place that band behind the chair. Shake out those shoulders. And we're just going to head to the left side of the chair to even out those side bends, or those balance in here. So nice and tall, hips lined up with the back of the chair. This time bringing the left foot in front of the right. Shoulders back, tight stomach. Remember to focus on finding your balance first here. And if you want that challenge, then you can add that side bend. If you do that side bend, use that stomach, tighten that stomach to bring yourself back to center. Working those obliques on the outside. Relax. Roll out those hips, wiggle out those hips. Alright, let's head back to the right side of the chair. I'm going to finish up with 2 more exercises, then we'll finish with our stretch. I'm going to turn mine sideways so you can see me a little better with this angle. We're into our rocking horses here. So with those hips lined up against the back of the chair again, what we're going to do here is going to pick that knee up, stretch that leg out, land heel to toe, transfer that body weight forward, push through that front foot, bring the knee up, back to center, and then we will reach back toe to heel, transfer all the body weight backwards, and then bring that foot back into center. So knee up, stretch out, heel to toe, body weight goes forward on that front foot, push through that front foot, step back to center. Now pick that knee up, shoot that foot back, toe to heel, transfer the body weight backwards, and step forward. If you want to make this one a little harder, you can try not to step that foot down in the middle each time. So we'll go through that this time. So going forward, knee up, heel to toe, coming back to center. So here is where you can make it harder by pushing through the front foot, staying balanced, and then just bringing that foot straight back, toe to heel. And then back to middle. Knee up, stretch out, heel to toe. Body weight goes on the front foot. And back. Push through that front foot, knee up, and stretching back, toe to heel. And forward. And back. Keeping that stomach tight through here too. That'll help with the balance, keeping that stomach tight. Going forward. And back. One more time. Going forward, heel to toe. Body weight goes on the front foot. Pushing back. Toe to heel. And just go back to center. Let's rest those hips for a second. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, but grab that band real quick. Grabbing that band real quick. We're just going to go palms down, hands about in front of the shoulders here. Before we start as well, pull those shoulders back, keeping that stomach tight. Exhale and open, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Inhale and close. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Good. Keeping those arms nice and straight, tight stomach. Roll out those shoulders. We're done with the band for today. We just got to even it out on our rocking horses here, and we're going to finish with some stretches. So now we're going to have the right hip beside the right of the chair. The right foot's going to stay on the ground. I'm going to transfer forward the left foot. So left knee up, reach out, heel to toe, transfer the body weight forward, knee up, back to center. Knee up, shoot it back, toe to heel, body weight goes backwards this time, and back to center. And forward, knee up, stretch out, heel to toe, body weight forward. And here's the part, if you want to make it harder, push through that front foot, knee up, but instead of tapping the ground this time, just go straight back to toe to heel, body weight transfers backwards. Going forward, knee up, heel to toe, back, knee up, center, toe to heel. And forward, heel to toe, forward, and back, toe to heel, backwards. So 2 more of these. Knee up, heel to toe, and back, knee up, toe to heel. One more here. Rocking forward, knee up, heel to toe, and back, push back, knee up, toe to heel. And back to center. Good. Shall we finish with some stretching? Okay. Choose whichever side of the chair you would like to go to. I'm just going to go straight behind it. We're just going to go into those hip flexor stretches, everyone's favorite. Well, we're just going to open up both legs. One leg forward, one leg back, big open legs. Make sure you're holding on to the chair or something for this one. I want you to get a deeper stretch by holding on to something here. So let's bend those knees. The heel is up on the back foot. I want you to rotate your hips up. So anterior pelvic tilt, and then transfer the body weight forward and hold this stretch right here. Still maintaining a nice flat back. Should feel that stretch, that back leg, hip pocket area, or down the leg too. And let's bring those legs together. Just gonna switch sides, bring the opposite leg forward, opposite leg back. Bending those knees. The heel is up on the back foot. Rotate those hips up into your pelvic tilt. Transfer the body weight forward, holding it here. Last exercise and we're all done for today. Step together. You're all done for today. Thanks for coming. Have a happy Friday. I will, thank you.